Wow, the Silan Revolt's flag is very beautiful.
But difficult to replicate.
Yes, definitely.
Zamboanga Republic.
Oh, Zamboanga! The song thingy started with these people of Villanueva.
What?
Este video llega a ustedes gracias a nuestros patrones, especialmente Belki, Emilio, Greg, Gabriel, Edgar y Niño. Minyeo TV.
Hola Minetics, bienvenidos a Minyeo TV. Ako si Sol.
Ako si Luna.
Ang ngayon nandito kami para mag-react sa Filipino flag, history and evolution. Why am I clapping along? Because you can.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Fun with Flags. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the flag of the Philippines.
Yes.
Now, the Philippines have been populated for a long time, but as we know, flags are something quite recent in the large picture of history. In ancient times, native population inhabited the Philippines, but they didn't have any flag. The closest thing we can find to a flag would be the symbols through which they represented themselves or through which they were depicted by historians, like this ancient painting or this ivory seal, which seems to contain some symbols dating back to around 1002 found in Butuan. But all of this changed in 1521 when Portuguese explorer Magellan arrived in the Philippines and claimed the islands for Spain. So technically, the first official flag of the Philippines would in fact be the Spanish colonial flag, which evolved a little throughout time. I have a video on the Spanish flag on my channel, so if you're interested, check that out.
Okay, so this flag was the Spanish colonial
Imperialism thingy?
flag.
Spanish occupation, there was also a British flag flying over the Philippines, the flag of the East India Trading Company, which flew during the brief British occupation of Manila from 1762 to 1764. However, despite Spanish colonialism, there were still a few natives in control of some regions, at least for some periods of time, and there were also attempts of revolt. So there are a few examples of native flags in this time, like the red pennant used by the Kingdom of Tondo, the plain yellow flag of the Sultanate of Maguindanao, the flag of the Silang Revolt, the Sulu Sultanate, the Bazi Revolt, and some provincial ensigns. Their second official flag.
Oh wow! Oh, so even in the ancient era, they were doing kind of like triangles in their representations. Wow, the Silan Revolt's flag is very beautiful.
But difficult to replicate.
Yes, definitely.
That's too difficult.
Was also a foreign one. After being ruled by the Spanish, the islands were ceded by Spain to the United States of America because of their defeat in the Spanish-American War, which ended in 1898. In return, the U.S. paid a sum of $20 million to Spain.
Let me give a huge shout out to our certified and verified Minionatics, especially Cherry Floor and Janice. Thank you very much, girls, for helping us and supporting our channel. If you guys want to support us as well, you can click on the join button next to the subscribe button, or you can also subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss the notifications to our videos. And you can also follow us on social media. Why not? We are everywhere as Minyeo TV. Now let's react to
The
history of Filipino flag.
During this time, there was an attempt by locals to create a free Philippine Republic, and this movement counted with the support of many groups and factions inside the Philippines, which had their own flags, the majority of which were red with some white symbols in the center, like the flag of the Magdalo Katipunan faction, the flag of the Tagalog Republic, the Sultanate of Sulu, which was still around and occupied only a bit of territory in the Philippines, the Zamboanga Republic, or the flag of the Republic of Biak-na-Bato. This last one was the first.
Biak-na-Bato.
The song is there.
So the song thingy started with these people of Biak-Navato.
Well, that's a song. That's a song.
Yes, of course.
But the
song of the
exactly as
Philippines
we know it
with
right
the
now.
AIDS race and everything.
But it has a face.
Yeah. I love the face, let me tell you. I would have preferred this face till now, so we can compare it with the Argentinian and with the
Uruguay
and with the
song.
Uruguay, yeah. And this should have win, trust me. So from here, my favorites is of course the Zamboanga, but I'm biased.
It looks kind of like a scissors.
Oh no, but I really like the Biak-Navato because I like the song, you know.
Yeah. You like the
First
red colors.
official flag of the
course.
Philippine Republic and was used during the Philippine Revolution. But there was
Oy.
also the main independence flag, if you will, the flag of the first Philippine Republic, which resembles today's flag. It was
Fuerzas
flown the first
Expedicionarias del Norte de
Luzon.
Luzon.
Oy.
time in a skirmish against Spanish troops. The Filipino forces were led by General Aguinaldo, who had been in exile in Hong Kong
I like this picture.
and had brought this revolutionary
If
flag.
I didn't know what I know now, maybe I would have been happy to see Aguinaldo contribution in all this stuff.
To represent the independence
Just
movement.
saying.
It contains a mythical sun with a face similar to the Son of May in other former Spanish colonies. The triangle
Oh.
of Freemasonry and the 8 rays
Freemason.
representing the 8 rebellious provinces against the Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
The 3 stars represent the 3 main islands. The flag
Luzon,
carries the
Visaya,
text in
Mindanao.
Spanish saying Expeditionary Forces of Northern Luzon, and on the back it says freedom, justice, and equality. But the problem here was that the US weren't very happy with the idea of a free Philippines.
Of course not.
So when they received the islands from the Spanish, they imposed direct administration all the way until 1919, using their own national flag to represent the islands. Finally, in 1919, the Philippines got their own official flag, using the previous design by the General Emilio Aguinaldo, but with a few changes. The tones of the red and blue were to match the ones on the American flag.
Okay.
The sun's face was removed, and the Spanish
Aw.
text was also not present. However, these specifications weren't made official, so a lot of variants of the flag flew all over the Philippines. In 1936, these specifications were finally codified. The shade of the colors, the fact that the white triangle should be equilateral, and that the rays of the sun should be somewhat simplified. And this was the
Yes,
flag
because
in use until of the
these rays
fact that the specifications were
weren't as
finally codified.
simple as the other ones. They
Yeah.
had a lot of rays here. These are representing 8, but the 8 rays they divide in 3
Divide in 3.
each
yes.
one.
Be equilateral, and that the rays of the sun should be somewhat simplified. And this was the flag in use until the 1940s. But then
Wow.
came World War II. During the war,
Oh.
the Philippines were put right in the center of the Pacific theater of war. Being a puppet or an ally, if you will, of the US, they were put in direct conflict with the Japanese and targeted by the
Yeah, the
empire
Japanese.
in
So
their
this is when
expansion
Japan
towards
attacked.
Southeast Asia.
Yeah, they
So,
attacked
in
from
Intramuros.
1942 to 1943,
I will never forget
part of the Philippines
that this
flew the
happened.
Japanese flag due to foreign occupation. The government in exile, however, continued to fly the Philippine national flag. In 1943, the Second Philippine Republic was inaugurated, using that same flag. After the war, the US granted the Philippines their independence, and throughout the rest of the 20th century, the country altered the flag a little, mostly in the colors department, eventually reverting back to the original colors of Aguinaldo's design, previous
Yes.
to American administration. So, in 1998, the current flag was made official and permanent as the flag of the Republic of the Philippines.
Wow. 1998.
Wow,
That's so late.
That was I was 12 years old when this happened.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
The
Wow.
meaning of the flag. According to the Proclamation of Independence, the white triangle signifies the emblem of the Katipunan, the secret society that opposed Spanish rule. The colors commemorate the flag of the United States as a manifestation of gratitude for American aid against the
The
Spanish.
Katipunan were not the ones that had the flag with the KKK.
I don't know. I don't remember.
During the Philippine Revolution. The 3 stars represent the 3 main islands.
Or is it the red triangle?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Okay.
Did they mention that here in this video?
Eventually, colors commemorate the flag of the United States as a manifestation of gratitude for American aid against the Spanish during the Philippine Revolution. The 3 stars represent the 3 main islands, Luzon, Mindanao, and Panay, also Visayas. And the sun represents the gigantic steps made by the sons of the country along the path of progress and civilization, while the 8 rays represent the 8 provinces which originally rebelled against Spanish rule. But the sun is also likely to be the remain of the Son of May, which was somewhat influenced by Spanish rule or by ancient native populations. The origin of these symbols is also quite interesting. Although obviously up for debate, there is an official explanation on the Philippines government website, which states it was like this. Having some influence from Southern America flags.
so
Uruguay
they-
and Argentina
yeah.
song is present.
They
Even Peruvian.
actually are influenced by those songs.
US flag.
And look at the KKK. This is
Yeah.
from
The
Andre
Katipunan
Bonifacio.
flag is
It's
true.
true. The
The
Katipunan was the
Katipunan.
KKK. Not to be confused with the
With
Ku
the other
Klux Klan.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Masonry, and even some local port flags in the Philippines. There's also a theory for which I could find no real confirmation that the flag's design was originally inspired by that of the Cuban flag.
Cuba.
Recently, an argument has been made by the province of Zambales that they were also part of the original revolt, and therefore the sun on the flag should be modified to accommodate a 9th
Zambales.
ray, and the Quezon province has done the same.
Okay, so this is why all these modifications are presented, not approved yet, because the people of Zambales, they say like, hey, we were part of these too. It's not only these 3 main islands. We should be there, you know.
Another defender for the addition of a 9th ray are the Moro people, the
the
Muslim
9th
natives of the islands, which claim that a new ray could be added in their representation. So, if all wishes are accommodated, the flag could end up with not 9 but 11 rays. Other proposals ask for the addition of a 4th star to represent North Borneo, a
Borneo.
territory claimed by the Philippines but currently under Malaysian rule. And this addition would mean the changing of the triangle into a rectangle. And some even say that a crescent moon should be added to the flag, perhaps to represent the Muslim population in the country. So, who knows, maybe the Philippine flag could eventually look like one of these. Like any
It's interesting how they
Try to, incorporate everybody.
the sun, the moon, the stars, like how they always incorporate into their culture the sky, los astros del cielo. I don't know how to say this.
Elements of the sky.
Of the sky,
of the
yeah. That's nice, and
That's interesting.
I feel represented because my name is Song, literally. So
Shut around, right? They are not representing
why am I
you.
making
They are
this?
representing
Why am
the
I-
people of the Philippines, not
Why
you.
am I making this about me? Who knows?
other country, there are also
I'm just kidding,
administration
guys.
flags, public office flags, military flags, and regional flags, each with their own significance and meaning, and references to the country's history and culture. So that is the flag of the
Oh my
Philippines.
gosh.
2 red and blue lines with a white triangle, 3 golden stars, and a golden sun with 8 rays. Thanks for watching the video. If you notice any mistake or have any additional information,
So
make
now
sure
we're
to
gonna
let me
check this other video. This is just going to give us like a sense of all the changes.
the evolution
like,
by year.
yeah. So we can see like how it changed during the time. It doesn't have any explanation. So we will just see them pass by. So this is the the yellow square.
Red flag.
This is the mutar or something. This is the colonial Spain, and this is the British.
Spain colonies again.
And then they use the Spanish flag.
The revolution.
The revolution of the
Aguinaldo's flag.
Aguinaldo's flag. This is another
This
revolution.
Wasn't that from
I forgot.
the
This
gringos?
is another revolution.
This is the Tagalog people.
Yeah, Tagalog.
Gringos. Independent.
This is when they changed it. It was going to be with the colors of the American flag and all these rays. Then they simplify it to only 8 rays. Then Japan
came in.
the World
Then
War
they
II.
changed colors.
Then change color. Change
Change
color
colors
again.
Change
Change color again. Change color
colors
again. In 1986. Then these are the
The
modifications in this course. Right?
95, 96, 97 el color oscuro y 98 normal color
Yeah,
that we
that's it.
have now.
Then the 8 rays, the 9 rays.
8 rays again. Oh,
9 rays with
2016.
the 4 stars. And then this is the current. Wow.
Don't
Lot of
have one of these
changes.
for our country.
Lots of changes. Wow.
Amazing.
Anyway, this was very interesting. It was very informative, very educative. Thank you so much, guys, for recommending this video. I definitely feel like I have learned a lot.
It's interesting
about
how
the
still like
flags.
in recent history they're still making changes to the flag. And that's
Yeah.
interesting for me. Like our flag has
Would
been
never,
touched
like we would
for
never.
a long time.
And I would be up for a change because, for example, the coat of arms is too complicated,
and too
many
religious.
details,
Like it
things.
accommodates
Yeah.
only to
to
like,
religious
yeah,
people.
it's alienating people.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
let's be honest. There's a lot of people who want the flag to have removed these coats of arms that we have. But yeah, those
Just
movements
simplify
didn't
it,
prosper.
because why do you have to use a magnifying glass to see that it's actually one whatever y conocer la verdad y la verdad será libre? Like, really?
There's so many things. Needs
Yeah.
to be more simple.
Too many.
Póngale las dos
And it's
ramitas y
like
ya.
a flag within a flag within a flag within a flag. Like,
Yes,
wow.
Yes.
There's no need, really. But anyway, we are not here to discuss the Dominican flag or the Dominican coat of arms. We really appreciate Filipino flag even more now that we know about the history and all the transformation that it took place. So thank you again for recommending this video. And now we recommend this video.
is right here, recommended by YouTube's algorithm,
Especially for you.
So click on it
Right now.